Welcome everyone. In this video, we are in the Love Cup, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Parasect. Parasect comes paired with a triple bug team for the Love Cup, guys. Such a fun team. I caught this Parasect back when they were spawning not too long ago during the last event. And I decided to build it, guys, because I was curious on how it would perform in the Love Cup. And it's okay. It's not bad, guys. I did expect it to hit a little bit harder, considering its attack stat, but that just comes from its low damage charge attacks. But other than that, guys, Parasect is a fun pick for sure. It definitely breaks up the Metacham Alomomola core for sure. And also on this triple bug team, we've got Crustle on the lead, guys. Crustle leads this solid triple bug team in the Love Cup. The idea with Crustle on the lead is you want to pick up those fire types, as the two Pokemon in the back want nothing to do with fire types. And of course, Crustle with the Smackdown fast move will absolutely destroy those fire types. So we've got Crustle on the lead running Smackdown, Rock Slide, and X Scissor. That is the recommended moveset that I would go with. I have seen some Crustles running Rock Blast. It's just not quite worth it, guys. Rock Slide is by far the better move and definitely the way to go on Crustle in the lead, guys. Such a fun pick. And also on this team, guys, you know, on this channel, anything having to do with a bug type has to have Ariados in the equation somehow, some way. And Ariados is going to play the safe swap on this team. Ariados is a super solid safe swap. The idea with Ariados as the safe swap is to draw out any fire types, guys. You want to safe swap into Ariados on neutral or losing leads, as this does play like a ABB style team. So you want to draw out the fire type like Talonflame or Magcargo so that Crustle can come back in, farm it down, and have loaded energy. And Parasect can close the game strong, preferably with a shield advantage. That is how this team is played, and I had a blast with this team. It is so much fun for the Love Cup. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into this first battle. And we're picking up a solid lead with Ariados on the opposing team. I don't imagine they stay in, and they make an aggressive play into an Alomomola. And here we go, guys. It is Parasect time, guys. Parasect with bug grass typing does very well up against the water types like Alomomola, especially if they are running a water fast move like Waterfall, guys. We resist that with our part grass typing, and they do go psychic, but that is okay. We can tank that, no problem. We are going to look to build up to back-to-back X Scissors. X Scissors in neutral situations is generally the way to go, guys, as it does have stab, and it does, because it has stab, it does slightly more damage than cross poison, although you could go cross poison in some situations if you really need to fish for that boost. So we are playing this out. They do tank both of our X Scissors. We're going to throw up a shield and try and get off one more charge attack on this very tanky Alomomola when we do get to it. That's the beauty of the fast move Fury Cutter. The energy generation is fantastic on it. And we do draw a shield. They wanted to definitely preserve switch advantage. Understandably so, guys. They've got a bug type on their team, and we have a Crustle. So we're going to go into Ariados and look to hard farm all the way down, guys. And we have loaded energy. They come back in with their own Ariados, so we're going to look to spam off these lunges. That is the way to go in the Ariados mirror matchup, guys. It is not worth it to fish for that boost. Both of your charge attacks are resisted in the mirror matchup, so you might as well go lunge. It'll do more damage, and it will lower that attack. And they've got a Crawdon in the back. Holy smokes, guys. I thought triple bug was a little bit on the spicier side, and they've got a Crawdon in the back, guys. This is beautiful because Crawdon is part dark typing, so a bug type attack would nearly one-shot. As it is extremely glassy, guys, they do outpace us and they do win CMP, but because we've already debuffed that attack with a lunge, we can withstand the Night Slash and get to a lunge, and holy smokes, Ariados hits hard and Crawdaunt is glassy, and we say bye-bye to the Crawdaunt. Now we've got our Crustle beautifully aligned with this Ariados. We can tank one of whatever Ariados can throw at us, and they go Mega Horn. Holy smokes. That is amazing, guys, but Crustle hangs on, smackdowns the Ariados. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. Crustle closing the game strong in the Love Cup, guys. You love to see it. You don't get much better. All right, let's see what we got up next here. Talonflame lead, fantastic lead, guys. If you're going to see a fire type like Talonflame, this is exactly where you want to see it. And they make an aggressive play into an Alomomola. So here we go yet again, guys. It is Parasect time, and here we go. We are going to build up, and this time go for the cross poison. It does do slightly more damage, and I do mean slightly less damage, and I do mean slightly less. So we're going to try and get that boost, as I was hoping that X Scissors with Stab in that previous matchup would hit a little bit harder, but Alomomola is just too bulky, guys. So we're trying to fish for the boost here with the cross poisons. I don't always recommend it when shields are up, but that's quite all right. And we do get some lovely, lovely lag there. You love to see it. They're getting free fast moves on us, but that's all right, guys. We're going to play right through that lag, and we're going for these cross poisons. We are not getting the boost, but that is okay. We are going to throw up a shield and try and preserve switch advantage, as we do have an Ariados in the back, and we would rather have our Crustle on the Talonflame. So we're going to look to go for another cross poison, really hoping for the boost, because this Alomomola is just hanging in here and terrorizing us. At this point, the shields are down, so we're going to go for the harder hitting move and hope that this and a couple of Fury Cutters is enough, but they do CMP tie us. They are going to win switch advantage, and that is unfortunate, but that's okay, guys. We're going to come in here and load up on energy with our Ariados, and as we saw from a previous video, Ariados can hold its own up against Talonflames like you wouldn't believe. So what we're going to do, we're not going to stay in here for too long. We're going to try and get off this cross poison and try and get our Crustle in here to get a couple of smackdowns in while they're in the middle of their Incinerate, and we do. That's fantastic, and they've got an Electrode in the back, so we do get to the Rock Slide when shields are down, guys. Rock Slide is the way to go. It is going to hit hard, and that does quite a bit of neutral damage to the Electrode, and we do farm it down. That is amazing, but the Talonflame does have a move. They're going to look to get rid of us with a Flame Charge, I presume, and they do. And here we go, guys. It is up to Ariados to close this game strong. Holy smokes. Can Ariados pull this off? We're going to get off this cross poison. And oh, yes, it can. Holy smokes. Ariados pulls through yet again. My goodness. One of my favorites. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. Ariados closing the game strong, taking out the Talonflame. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, do remember to give a like on the video, as you'd be providing a massive help to the channel. All right, let's see what we got up next here. Metacham, not the greatest lead for us, guys. We are going to safe swap into our Ariados and see what they want to do. They, of course, go into an Alomomola, so this is okay for Ariados, guys. We are just going to go straight lunge in this matchup and debuff that attack and do some nice neutral damage to this very bulky fish here in front of us. Each lunge is debuffing that attack. We can do this up to 4 times and really take the sting off of these waterfalls. And they do get to a move, so most likely a Psychic, as they did build up to what would be a Psychic, so we're going to shield that out. That would, of course, do super effective damage to us. Even with the debuffs, we don't really want to take that kind of damage on our Ariados, so we're going to look to get off another lunge here on this Alomomola. and they do shield. That is fantastic. So now we are even on shields. We do get to another lunge, and we are going to go for it. We really need to preserve switch advantage, as we don't want our Crustle anywhere near that Medicham, as with that fighting typing, it does resist our fast move pressure, and it can do neutral damage to us with the counters and their charge attacks. So we do go down on shields to preserve our switch advantage. We do take out the Alomomola, so they come back in with Medicham. That is quite all right, guys. We're going to look to get off a lunge. This does hit for neutral damage, as they are part psychic, so that is fantastic, all while debuffing that attack a little bit more. They're going to go for a power-up punch here. It's not going to cut it, guys. We are double resisting the fighting type damage. It would be akin to a normal type going up against the ghost type. That's how good the matchup is with Ariados up against Medicham, and they do take us out, but that is quite all right, guys. We can come in with our Parasect, guys. Little did they know we had another bug type lurking in the back. They're going to look to go for another power punch. Not advisable on the bug type. That's going to do virtually no damage, but they've been debuffed many times over, so they want to likely raise that attack a little bit more so that the Psychic can do that much more damage, but not before taking a neutral X-Scissor from our Parasect here. And now they do get to the Psychic, and this will not KO, guys. They are still debuffed. So it does not KO, and they make an aggressive play into an Electrode. That would have been fantastic for our Parasect, but we are just too low, guys. They would have just farmed us down. So we go back into our Crustle. Gonna tank this as shields are down. They go Foul Play, so that is quite curious. Makes me wonder what else they're running. I have seen them run Foul Play Thunderbolt, so that's likely what they have as their second charge attack, but they are not going to get to it, guys. That Rock Slide nearly KO'd the Electrode, and we take out the Medicham with resisted smackdowns. You love to see it. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played to this battler. My goodness, guys. Triple Bug is so much fun in the Love Cup. Such a fun team. Let's see what we got up next here. Had a blast with this triple bug team. Holy smokes. And we've got a Soul Rock on the lead. Very interesting. They are running Rock Throw. It would be much better if they were running Confusion. But because they are running Rock Throw, guys, we can't really safe swap. We got to just soft lose this lead here. The beauty of it is it is part Psychic, so it would be taking super effective from our bug type damage. And they're going to elect to throw a move. This is fantastic. So they're going to take us out. We soft lose lead here, and we're going to come in with our Parasect and go to work on this Soul Rock here. They, of course, are doing super effective damage with their Rock Throw fast move, but we're going to look to get rid of it with an X-Scissor, and we say bye-bye to the Soul Rock. We are up a shield, so we are doing quite all right here so far. We're going to see what they have left in the back. They've got a Shadow Vileplume. Holy smokes, guys. You love to see it. That's the beauty of Parasect. With the grass bug typing, guys, we are double resisting this fast move pressure, which is intended to really just melt away your opponents, but not today, guys. Not on our Parasect. We double resist those Razor Leafs, and we're going to like to get rid of it with an X-Scissor. We say bye-bye to the Razor Leafer, and they've got an Electrode left in the back. Another great aspect of Parasect, guys, is with our grass typing. We resist the electric type damage from those Electrodes. We do grab that last shield, so we're going to make a play into our Ariados and look to clean up this endgame, guys. We still have 2 shields. Triple Bug is doing quite all right in the Love Cup, guys. You love to see it. We're going to look to go for a lunge. This will be doing quite a bit of neutral damage as Ariados hits like a truck, and it does do quite a bit. So now all we need, guys, to take out this Electrode is a Cross Poison. That will be more than enough to KO this pesky Electrode, and we say bye-bye, Electrode. Ariados closing the game strong yet again on this Triple Bug team in the Love Cup. You don't get much better. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. Ariados closing strong yet again. Guys, are you beginning to see the power of Triple Bug in the Love Cup? Such a fun team. wildly effective considering the meta, guys. And we are met with a Shadow Vileplume on the lead. This is not good for us. We're actually going to go into Parasect for this one, as Ariados would actually be the best answer to Vileplume. Although both Ariados and Parasect do double resist the fast move pressure. We are actually going to go for the X-Scissor, and they catch on a Crustle, but that is quite all right, guys. That does neutral damage to the Crustle. And we're going to look to go for another one. Fury Cutter is such a good fast move, guys. It generates energy so fast, guys. It's quite nice. So we're going to look to get rid of this Crustle. If they want to go down a shield, by all means, and they do. So Parasect coming in strong, grabbing a shield. So we now have a shield advantage. We're going to let this go. They're going to take us out. And we're going to look to farm down with our own Crustle. And the switch timer is up, so we are going to immediately swap into our Ariados if they come back in with the Vileplume, and they do. So we're going to go into Ariados, and they've got a Mag Cargo in the back running Rock Throw. Oh my goodness, that is not good. So what we're going to do is try and go for the lunges to really chip away at the health. It is double resisted, but Ariados just hits so hard, guys, that it really starts to add up. And we're going to go for another one. We are taking the sting off of these rock throws here. Maybe should have undercharged that second lunge just so that we could get more farm on our Crustle. But we didn't want to take that much super effective damage from these rock throws. Obviously, we got to shield up the overheat. And we're going to look to farm all the way down. So we were kind of in a hard spot, not wanting to take super effective and needing more farm. So we need back-to-back X-Scissors to get rid of this Vileplume. The first one gets the shield, and we're not able to get to the second one. We were just 1 or 2 turns off from the X-Scissor, which would have sealed the deal up against the Vileplume. That was extremely close, guys. Triple Bug in the Love Cup. That is the team. Nearly went 5-0 in the Love Cup with Triple Bug, guys. You love to see it. You don't get much better than that. But it just came down to 2 turns in the end on that last match. Would have been a nice solid 5-0, but guys, you can't win them all. You can't complain with a 4-1 with Triple Bug in the Love Cup, guys. Holy smokes, are you kidding me? I had a blast with this team. Very fun team. Triple Bug is amazing. So it plays like a classic ABB team, whereas Crustle on the lead, you want to pick up those fire types. If you're met with a losing or neutral lead, as with all classic ABB lines, you'll want to safe swap out of that lead. So if we're met with a neutral lead, we're going into our safe swap of Ariados to try and draw out a fire type so that our Parasect doesn't have to see it. So you want to draw out either a fire or a poison bug type, as Parasect with the grass typing actually takes super effective damage from poison type attacks. So you really want to draw out a Talonflame, a Mag Cargo, or an opposing Ariados, or maybe even a Scolipede with your Ariados if you do swap out of those losing or neutral leads. That way, Crustle can come back in and farm it down, have loaded energy, and you really wanted to preferably preserve a shield advantage for Parasect to close the game strong. And that is how this team is played. I had a blast with it. Like I said, I caught this Parasect during the last event when the Parases were spawning in the wild. It had good enough IVs. I already had one evolved, but this one happened to have better IVs. And I said, hey, I was curious of how Parasect would do in the Great League. It did okay, guys. It's not too bad. It just needed a little bit more oomph, on those charge attacks. But that's the thing with running low damage, fast activating charge attacks like Cross Poison and X-Scissor. But I was really hoping that with its attack stat, it has about 126 attack in the Great League format. I was hoping that would put it over the edge in terms of damage output with the charge attacks, but I found that it wasn't quite hitting as hard as I needed it to. But that doesn't mean too much, guys. It's quite all right. It is extremely spammy, and its typing is very good for the Love Cup meta, guys, as water Water with Alomomola. You got a lot of fighters like Metacham and Scrafty. Everybody's running Electrode. Parasect is the ultimate answer to all three of those types, guys. With the grass bug typing, you break up that Metacham Alomomola core. You do extremely well up against those Electrodes. Parasect has a decent place in the Love Cup. My only critique would be that I just hoped that it would hit a little bit harder. You could make the argument that you could run Solar Beam because it does have access to Solar Beam, but I think Cross Poison comes much more useful for the Fairy types. You want to have some added Fairy type coverage as Charm is overpowered. But overall, guys, I had a blast with Parasect. It has excellent coverage on the meta due to its grass bug typing, which is a very unique typing. Overall, I had a blast with this triple bug team. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.